We're going to look at a few things today, but they're all going to be focused on one single concept. And can I borrow you, sir, over there? You, yeah, just because you sort of seemed about my size. We're all going to partner up, and I'm not going to teach you anything. We're just going to get your partner to open my close guard. So I don't know how long you've been training, but if you could just open my close guard. Just whatever you know. Cool. Okay, that's cool. Okay, fine. Thank you very much, sir. Giles, can I borrow you? What's your favourite way to open the close guard?
I'd probably stand, to be honest. So.
Cool. Okay, so everyone partner up with a partner, doesn't matter about size, and you're going to do your 2, maybe 3 best opening of the close guards each. I'm going to see what you do, and then we'll base it's going to be like constantly fluid seminar. We'll base what we're going to do on that. So just do like 2 or 3 of your favourite opening the close guard, swap around, do one, and then go back in line and we'll have a look. Okay? We'll do a clap thing, 1, 2, 3. Go. We'll get better at that. We'll get better at that. You all seem to know how to open close guard, which is good. I can go home. But there's one thing that all you guys did, which is common to all guard opening. Oh, great, actually. Just sitting there, somehow magically woke up and close guard happens. Yeah, the old Mario Sperry trick. Okay? Go for your favourite close guard. Good, okay, first thing she did, move her hands.
Oh, I'm worried now.
Move her hands, okay? So, now go for your favourite close guard opening. Go on, anything you want. Just stand up.
I knew this was a trap.
So, that's basically all I'm going to show, is sleeve grips. Probably the single most important thing you can do from close guard. And when I was a baby white belt, baby blue belt, and now I'm a geriatric black belt, it's the one thing that has helped me against bigger, stronger, horrible people like Giles. No, just kidding. Of course, you need to observe the other rules of close guard. You use your legs, your body angle. We're trying to break posture, but one of the hardest things I found with close guard is breaking posture. So against somebody who just doesn't want to have their posture broken, reaching up and grabbing the collar and trying to break the posture, maybe opening up the elbow, all the tricks that you learn, very, very hard, a lot of energy. Whereas before then, take a step back, just doing this can really mess them up. Okay? So what you're going to do with your partner is they're not going to have a grip on you right now. Let's say I've just pulled guard, we're establishing position, and as we've pulled guard, hooray, great, straight onto the grips. And you have to find the angles, because they're obviously going to realize that they don't like having their grips, they're going to turn. So as they turn, you're going to play with angles and start pushing their arms where they don't want to go. Now your fingers are probably going to, if you're not used to sleeve grips, your fingers are probably going to burn out, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But for now, just play with that for a few seconds, and we'll come back and do some techniques, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Ah, that was brilliant. Fun exercise, right? Very interesting. Of course, the person with more experience will get key grips and that sort of thing. But really, the aim of today was to show you the benefit of just very, very simple sleeve grips. But we didn't want to burn our fingers, so actually I borrowed Jun for this one. Let's go back to our close guard. Whoops, I've got grips. Even when he establishes a grip here, you just hold it here, and then off you go, try and stand up. We're trying to move, we're timing the move. So what I see a lot with people who play sleeve grips is that they burn their fingers out. They hold on for dear life, like this, crunching their fingers together like that. And then Jun can just chill out here for the duration of the fight, right? He doesn't have to do anything. He's actually not expending any energy, whereas I am. So as long as you've got a pocket grip here, and you're loosely here, you don't need to do anything until he starts moving. The moment he starts moving, then we start tensing. Okay, he's going to fight for control again, and I'm twisting. And then at no stage am I constantly using 100% force. I'm kind of loosening, gripping, loosening, gripping. This unfortunately takes time. It's not something I can perhaps teach you, but it takes time, the nuances. But I noticed I teach a lot of spider guard and a lot of sleeve grips, but I notice a lot of my students don't do it, and I think the reason is because, probably my bad teaching, but also the fact that these grips are burning their fingers out. They just don't like to do it. A lot of the guys also like to do nogi, so we'll talk about nogi in a minute. Anyway, we're here, we've established that it's a little bit awkward for him to get his perfect grip. His perfect, for example, a nice one we teach is this one and this one. That's a classic one for standing up. So if we can deny him his perfect grip, say I pushed it down here and it's like this. Now I can think, well, I don't really want to play close guard. I'm going to start playing my spider guard. So I open up, and we all know the setup where we shrimp out, put the foot, and I want to get this one in. Okay. So your next drill is, as we're playing with this, because remember he wants to get a good grip. Like this. So opening up here, and actually I don't do all this thing. I don't like this because I think this is a weak position for me because I can get smashed from here. So I just put my foot here, and I just keep it here. And this leg is the attacking leg, and I have freedom to do what I want with it. All right. So just once again, not letting him get the grips he wants. Open this little kick here. This allows me to get a foot on the hip very quickly, and I shrimp out. Notice what I do with my elbows and my legs. You'll see traditional spider guard players play very extended. This makes for an excellent photo, and I've probably been guilty of that myself. You go, hi, and the photo. But this is, as far as I'm concerned, not very fight effective because it's quite easy for him to get underneath and get rid of this. Much as I, want to keep distance from some people. That's probably not as effective. So when I shrimp out, I keep my elbows in, and I keep my knee tight here, and I keep my leg bent here. I learned a lot from Preet's grilled chicken, where he would be using this position, and it's very awkward to pass someone's guard when they're doing this, rather than extended. So I don't have time to talk about that today, but my interpretation of that is from spider guard, it's kind of like a grilled chicken thing here. My feet are kicked out, and everything is compact. Now my thing is defeats the object of spider guard because you want extension to sweep them, but will that come later? I am reserving the energy to sweep. So we're going to get to this position, and we're going to swap from one here to one here. And at no stage am I extending too far. Everything's compact. It's like this. Like this. Okay? So once again, fighting for position, kick the legs, one foot on the hip, extend, put them face, and we're here. Look what I'm doing with my elbows. I'm hiding them here like that. It's very, very compact. Okay, we'll take it from there. 1, 2, 3, bam! Very good. Entry to spider guard from close guard. The most shortcut version I can possibly think of, which cuts out a whole middle thing where you get you both your knees in and splays the arms out, which is, let's face it, not very realistic, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. Just some before I move on to sort of the more wacky stuff, we'll just do the actual sweep from there, because this is a nice intro to spider guard sweep. Jun, can I borrow you again, sir? From close guard. We've established that we just have some sort of grip control. You will eventually lose this as they establish, but we're just trying to not give him his optimum grips. We're just doing that. I kick my legs, shrimp out, put one foot on the hip. I shrimp out, but not like crazy, because now I'm reaching. Just enough so I can start playing with this. And as I said, this is the free leg. This is attacking. I'm withdrawing my elbows in, because if I start extending out, he can start rotating his wrists and he can start using his arms. It's almost like my hands might as well not be there. Whereas if I'm bringing him, just try and use your arms too. It's annoying for him, okay? So let's look at some things we can do with this foot before we move on to the actual sweep. Before I've even done the spider, or 1 foot spider, I'm just keeping this free here. This is like tempting to do something. Hey, let's do MMA. Can't kick him, right? Okay. Only they wouldn't wear a gi unless you're hoist Gracie wear. Anyway, let's put. So we're here. I can do all sorts of things. You can put your foot on the hip. You can put your foot on the thigh or the knee. You can put the foot on the shoulder. These are all variations of spider. You can put the foot on the other arm. You can put the foot on the neck. This is a free leg. Whatever annoys him, do it. So I don't know what you want to do from there, John. Just move around. It's annoying, isn't it? Just putting your foot. Look, I almost did a Tomonagi throw, right? But it's technically spider guard. Anyway, let's do spider guard. Do the annoying stuff and then do the spider guard, okay? Spider guard, yes, look, I'm here. Some people put their arm outside. I don't know, it's a habit. I put it on the inside. I just like to keep this here. There's some debate about what you do in terms of the curling the foot. Let me show you the variations. You can curl your foot like a simian ape around the bicep. Penny Thomas likes to show it like this, where she cuts in with the blade, which is super painful. I guess you could put the meat of your sole of foot on here. I'm pretty non-specific. I just put it here. I don't really care. What I try and avoid to do is push out too much and then pull in which I could probably last about a minute and then my fingers would burn. Again, the topic of burning the fingers. So I'm here and I'm I'm not even putting tension. Can you feel any tension? So try and escape from this. Now I put tension on. He's relaxing, relaxing. Okay, now try and escape. Put the tension on. Great. And then we go for the sweep. Here, if you can, show off by ending up in mount. If they fall over, doesn't matter. You've got the sweep. So once again, we're going to do it all from the closed guard. So he's about to stand up. Kick, foot, shrimp. Play with that. Also hiding your elbows. Here. Now I take the foot off, I put it here. This doesn't look too promising for me because his base is quite solid. I pull him in a bit more. Lift it up. Look, my sole of my foot is pointing to the ceiling. Like this. I bring this one in. Here. And then we finish it off in the most, as long as your instructor's walking past, do it in the most show-off you person where you can, and then that'll be the best. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay. Okay, time everyone. Very good. Some good spider guard sweeps there. I think quite a few of you are happy with that. Some of you, this is new. Other people hate spider guard. Hands up if you hate spider guard or anything related to gripping the gi and hurting your fingers. Yeah, I mean, it's optional. You don't have to do it. For me, as a little guy who went through the white and blue belts, I mean, seriously, I was the smallest person there, constantly being crushed. Even from closed guard, I felt I was being... Let me show you something from closed guard. It's not part you think, Giles, I'll borrow you. This is what they would do to me, okay? My closed guard was pretty good because I could break their posture. But all he has to do is reach around the back of my head and just start stacking me. Oh, horrible. And, no sweep in the world is going to get him out. This is horrible. And he just, I'm going to go. Stay there. So I gave up doing closed guard. As soon as I got into closed guard, I wanted to do my little spider guard things because they're fun to do. And not many other people knew how to counter it at the time. So I could sort of have a sort of technical advantage, even though I was physically at a disadvantage. Anyway, that's not point. Okay, fun things that we can do for a spider guard. Assuming you are, by the way, one tip, a common thing that perhaps I didn't explain, you do need to be biased to one side. A general rule of sweeping is you need to look in the direction that you're going to sweep. Okay, it helps. You can sort of fake it by doing this, but it serves no purpose other than to cause confusion, and your instructor's looking, he's going to give him a strike, but that was terrible. Anyway, so we're here, spider guard. Now, I said the previous technique, we're going to punch up to the sky, which allowed his arm direction to go in that there. That's what would be the successful scissors type sweep. If I was scissoring, that's fine. If I was just pushing, that's fine. But a lot of people are wise to that. They bring their leg down, arm down, sorry, and I can't punch up the sky. And now I'm in a sort of a more neutral spider guard, which is really annoying. Right, and this is where I switch to lasso here. And lasso's kind of cool because it really ties their arm up, and it's super annoying. There are escapes from that, but it's like you have to learn a technique to defeat a technique, whereas before you can just bust your way out of it. So now he can bring his arm down all he likes, but doesn't really do anything because this is the arm. That's annoying for him, all right? But what they do is they get up and they move backwards to release that, which is really annoying. And then I do this. That wasn't intended, but that was cool. I'm going to show you that one. I'm going to show you that technique. Fuck that up, fuck the other rest. Okay, so spider guard, blah, blah, blah. Remember, I want his arm to go up. That's if he's got a really weak arm, he doesn't know anything. Maybe he's like a white belt. Sorry, guys. Sorry, let's not be mean to white belts. So he's clever, goes, I'm not giving you my arm, I'm bringing it down, which now makes a lot of spider guard stuff quite hard. Okay, so I think, well, screw that. I'm going to keep it here. Look at my elbows, look at my grips. I'm keeping it tight because this is the stage I do need to have tight grips. Because if it's loose, he just brings his arm out. It's quite easy for you to do that. So we're here. Bring it in, very nice and tight. Notice the switching of the hips from one hip to the other. Bringing this in. Okay, it doesn't matter if he grabs me or whatever he does with his hand. We bring this around. And I like, people talk about deep lasso, which is this. People talk about shallow lasso, which is this. Again, I don't care, I get what I can get. Let's call it a medium lasso here. And I square up. Remember, he still doesn't want this arm going up because I can still sweep from here. So he keeps his arm down and then he stands up, which is a very common reaction I find, to get and creates distance away from me, which is a very common way to defeat the lasso. I put this under the far armpit, okay, and then I need, not shrimping in this one, shrimp away, and point my leg here. Oh, leg lock, great, thank you very much. So you're trying to manipulate the upper body with these directional movements, and that's the point of that particular technique. Anyone want to see it again? Yeah? I almost forgot it. Let me go. Let's do it for you guys. If you can't remember all that, just start from lasso guard. This is the lasso, remember? Outside, over the arm, inside, so you can almost like you can kick his tummy, foot on the shoulder blade, square up to tighten it. If the back of your palm is on your thigh, good. If it's not, bad lasso, naughty lasso. Good lasso, take arm out. He's fighting my own leg. Okay, anyway. Other foot on the bicep. If you can sweep, fantastic. That means he's not doing his job by denying you the opportunity to sweep. In fact, he gets up, puts distance between you, because that's a very good way. And you just flow from here to here, because he's giving you the distance anyway, to the other armpit. Wait your turn. Don't just sweep just because you can. As he moves, then you can sweep. And you can get whatever you give you. Because we're black belts, we can do cool things like bicep crushes. But I think only a couple of you can do that. So give that a go, and I'll see how it goes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay, time, guys, time. Let's move on. A couple more things I wanted to show. Again, it's all about exploration of not just spider guard, but the role that the sleeve grips play in it. In both those, and all the techniques I've shown so far, I haven't let go of the sleeve grips. I had some nice, interesting questions as well. Actually, I borrowed Gret. One question was, am I worried about leg locks? Because if I just put my foot here, you damn well be sure there is, oh, we're playing non-IBJJ fools. Okay, cool. Oh, yes, but anyway, there's some mean stuff you can do from here. So if I do that, go for your leg lock, anything you want. Remember the grip game that we're doing? You still have to do it from here. She would love to have grips on the knee to push that down, eliminate this, and then she's passed, right? That would be one way of passing. Yeah, all sorts of things going on. So with the lasso, spider lasso, I'm not giving her the grips that she wants. So if you want to counter grip me, etc., etc. Okay, right. Also, I wouldn't do footlocks on Gret because she's a cyclist and they have powerful legs. Anyway, let's move on. Another variation we can do. Oh, one thing I forgot to say is for that sweep, we need the foot on the floor here. If they're very static, it's going to be hard to sweep. So we have to tuck underneath here, and then we bring, and guess what? I get to play footlocks. Oh, no. That's a random aside. Anyway, so we're here, we're playing spider guard, maybe we play lasso. I've lost the lasso, I'm swapping my grip to here, I'm swapping my leg to here, and I'm pushing here. Okay, and you might think that's really weird, Seema, why would you do that? So, well, because I can. And also, again, the fundamentals are the same in terms of look at where her elbow's pointing, look at my leg, look at my elbows, look at everything. And it opens the person up as well as opens me up. So usually they try and crush me from here. So try and crush me. If I make a mistake, spin around so you can see, if they get their elbow over, I can do that. And then I'm here. And I'm doing a baby bridge, which I don't know if you follow Wim Deputer, he likes the baby bridge, I do a baby bridge here. So again, try and pass the guard here. It's annoying, why? This. If I start to lose my grip, get the other hand, bring it in, close, baby bridge. If you want to test this and you don't want to be bothered with all the faffing of the spider guard, just do this. And ask your partner to pass your guard. Let's go. One thing they...
Even if you try this way?
Yeah, you can go that way. Yeah, keep going. Now, I admit, it's not going to win you many competitions. I'll talk about the purpose of this in a minute. One thing they'll do from here, remember we're starting from here, this was from spider guard, is they'll put their knee onto your rib. So knee on belly, but knee on rib. Yeah, and drive it in. Okay, as hard as you can. It's just annoying. Another thing they'll do. Another thing they'll do is they'll, with this arm, reach around and go for the collar strangle. So reach around, good, and strangle.
Oh yeah, that's going to hurt my own arm.
Yeah, she's actually hurting her own arm. Because to get the collar strangle, you need to remove this arm. So you go for the grip, let go of the arm, and then finish it off. Yeah, you need that extra. But also, don't compress yourself. Baby bridge. And you have extension, and her arm is there, her other arm is here, her body's going like this, and suddenly, she's not in such a comfortable position. And here's what I actually want from this crazy, weird I fell in. She puts her weight on and tries to pass around there, and I sweep. And then we do wrist locks, bicep slicers, kesagatami, etc. And you'll be surprised how many people fall for that little sweepy trick, and you get what you want. So from an awful position, you can turn it into a better position. Want to try that, guys? Yep. See it again. Okay, let me just throw this away. Right, so from the beginning, let's do it from lasso. My lasso's failing. Here, here, and I just hold it here. I'm not extending yet. It really depends on what she does. I can do it, yeah. So as soon as she gets up, I extend. And I remember I want the elbow pointing up to the sky, because this gives me the best range of motion. Generally, they don't like this, so they try and either crush me or move away, but let's say in this case she tries to crush me, I can still sweep. Remember, you can still grab. So I grab here, I can still get my sweep, single leg X, all sorts of things that you can do from there. So that's from the extended one-legged spider guard, cross sleeve. Let's go through these details. Some people are like technique nerds. Cross sleeve grip, cross spider guard, foot on the floor or foot on them. Remember, this is the spare active leg that you can decide what you do with. Sometimes I even go here, so it's kind of crossing over here. It's kind of like a, K-guard's like that, isn't it? So anyway, it's like this. If you muck up and this slips off, shin. And I just lie here, baby bridge, and you just wait for your opportunity and ask your partner to violently try and pass your guard. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, that's all I wanted to show today. It may, depending on how rubbish or brilliant you are, I may come back and refine it, but let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let me borrow Giles. Let's do this. Okay, let's take the gi off. Spider guard, nogi. Ridiculous concept, right? Of course it is. I've got no sleeves to grip. If I grab the wrist, pathetic, right? Let's say I go in my bog standard spider guard here. Just pull your arm out. Ridiculous, right? And yeah, I still do it. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Oh, he's got this. Sorry, I'm going to grip.
Yeah, I don't care.
Here, pull your fingers out.
No.
Do what, you know, the twisty turny thing. Okay. Maybe he can get that. But I've still got access to, remember the active leg, right? You can do it with the grip. You better have Daniel Strauss style grips though. But 2-on-1, good old-fashioned nogi favorite. So I don't know how you would pass from this one. I've never got into this position before. Etc. Why don't you play with that? You can do it nicely. You can just grip. With the understanding that your partner is not going to go, rah, and take his grips out. It's the understanding that I can grip pretty hard there, and you're allowed this in jiu-jitsu rules, to crush 4 fingers, 3 fingers, but not 2. 3 fingers is okay, isn't it?
That's the naga. 4. 4. Naga allows 3.
You know what? Start off with the wrist, move it to the fingers, and you've got all 4. If they're playing funny buggers, wrist lock. When I say funny buggers, they're not going to do the whole I'm running around, letting you sweep. Just like, oh. That's your bonus technique of the day. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go.